Hello everyone! Greetings from Kharkov, Ukraine. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. Today I want to speak to you why unfortunately so many men and women end up empty-handed, why it is not that easy to find the one. I think that there are two main reasons why many men end up empty-handed. The first reason is they have unrealistic expectations about dating and about dating Ukrainian women in particular. And the second, they have the wrong attitude or the time is totally wrong. Let's start with unrealistically high expectations. Before you start rolling your eyes and start blaming me that I tried to tell you that you can't increase your bar and you have to settle for less. No, it is not so. But sometimes gentlemen, when they start dating, they think that, okay, I will date a supermodel, I will date a very attractive girl, I will date someone who is so beautiful that all other guys will envy me. And the problem is, if the gentleman is not very good, very skilled in dating, for example, he hasn't been dating for several years, for 10 years pretty often, or for 15 years, first of all, his courting and flirting skills are not on top, and also he can be very stressed and very nervous when he meets a beautiful lady, when he meets any lady in particular. And guys, very attractive women, they know that they are very attractive, and usually they are very popular. So men try to approach them in the streets, online, they don't feel lack of male attention. And of course, if the lady is very attractive and very popular, her standards, her expectations, how the man will court her are very high. And usually guys who are out of experience in dating, they do not reach that level. Also, beautiful ladies love dating attractive men. And is it a crime after all? If she is beautiful, she is young, of course she can raise the bar and she can aim for the best. And pretty often when gentlemen who are, let's say, average looking, they can be good guys, but let's face it, nobody will ask them to be the face of a perfume or to take part in a Hollywood movie. He's just a good average guy, but not the guy with model looks. So when such average looking guys start approaching very attractive ladies with model looks on their own, usually they don't even get the dates. As a matchmaker, sometimes our clients who do not look like a 10, though I hate these gradations about looks, but let's face it, he is not Hollywood handsome and he wants to date a very beautiful girl. Yes, we can help him get the date with a very attractive girl, but we can't guarantee that he will get the second date, because usually girls dismiss them because they can't court them properly and they don't look like a 10. You can tell me that it is harsh, that, oh, how can she say things like that, and oh, she is a bad matchmaker. I'm telling the truth, I'm very honest, and I don't like sugarcoating because I see no sense in it. So when you aim to date the most beautiful woman, you have to understand that competition will be high, and you have to understand that yes, you will have to wow her. You will have to wow her with your attitude, with your courtship, with your flirting skills. If, for example, you don't have the looks, and pretty often you have to have the looks, the personality, the flirting skills, and pretty often the resources to court her properly. So when I'm speaking about unrealistically high expectations, usually foreign men, when they choose dating in Ukraine, they assume that they can date, first of all, much younger, and they can date a supermodel. To attract a beautiful lady, you have to have the skills. And if you haven't been dating such attractive women like never, or you haven't been dating for 5 or 10 years, well, how can you be surprised that, for example, first 3, even 5 dates, you can actually ruin them because you have ran out of practice or you don't have experience? Now let's talk about the second big problem, about wrong timing and wrong attitude. Last year I have been working with a gentleman, and he is a good-looking gentleman with realistic expectations, but right before his trip to meet the dates that we have actually agreed with him, his son got married and he got the grandson. And you can tell me right now that these are fantastic news. Yes, yes, the news are fantastic, but all he could talk about during the date was the fact that his son got married and he got a grandson. Well, you can tell me right now that, oh, what's wrong with his dates? They were not happy for him. They were, but imagine the situation when you are on a date with a new person and for 2 hours this person is talking only about the grandchild and about his or her son. The date should be about both parties. The lady expects compliments, flirt, she wants to know more about the gentleman and she wants him to ask her questions about her life. This is how it works. So all the dates have given a pretty similar feedback that he was not really present during the date and he was talking mostly about his son, about his grandchild, and he was not asking questions about the ladies. He was not really at the date, he was not fully committed to the dates. With one lady, they have actually started a correspondence and it had lasted a few weeks, but the lady has given it up because she said that they were also discussing his grandson and he was sending her photos, and she said that, you know, Svetlana, I love kids, but it is a little bit too much. I want it to be more about me and him and not about his grandson. But this gentleman, everything has worked well for him. He has met the lady with the other company, not with the other help. A few months after the birth of his grandchild, I think he has cooled off slightly, and then he has met a lady and I truly wish him love and I'm happy for him. So of course the matchmaker can make sure that you are meeting ladies who are on the same page with you about values, about relationship, about interests, and they are looking for the same things. But if you are not fully present during the dates, if you are distracted by other happy or unfortunately sometimes unhappy situations, because life can be different, then you have to understand that your attitude truly matters. The matchmaker can introduce you to great candidates, but if from the very beginning you have raised the bar too high and you haven't been dating for a long time, then you have to understand that you will be making mistakes, and the chances are that some ladies will find your flirting skills messy and they will feel that you are insecure, and of course it won't help you winning them over if you are insecure and if you don't know what to do with the beautiful lady in front of you. Also, if you are not fully committed to meeting the one, if you are distracted by working projects, by weddings, by political situation or by virus, maybe it is better to push the dates to a better time. You can tell me right now that all men want to date a very attractive woman. Yes, it is not a crime, and women want to date attractive men. We all want to be attracted to our partner, but these expectations still have to be realistic. It's not like everybody can date a Johnny Depp or an Elon Musk. So, of course, it is funny when a lady who is, for example, in her 40s or 50s enters our office and starts telling that, oh, I want to date a much younger billionaire and I hope he won't have any kids because I have 3 and I need him to pay for their education. Of course, after such a person leaves, we all smile in the office because we understand how unrealistic it is. So when a guy who works as a manager at a grocery store or whenever, and he claims he wants to date a supermodel and she has to have these looks and she has to be of this exact age and she has to be down to earth and she has to love him, his 3 dogs and 2 kids, well, you understand how unrealistic that is. Matchmakers are not magicians. We can make sure that you meet different people whom on your own you will hardly ever meet. We can give you the feedback after the dates, and it is up to you to listen to the advice the matchmaker is giving to you or to think that, oh, I can do better. Guys, I hope it was useful to you and you are not too distracted by the wind. Filming outdoors is always tricky. I want to wish you love. Svetlana Mukha for Diolli.com.